Well, hey team, welcome back, and today you find me out and about on the BMW GS Adventure 1250, the new GS. Now this is brand spanking new, this bike. It's a friend of mine's bike, and he's loaned me it for a couple of hours because he's a previous GSA owner and he didn't get on with the seat very well. So I put him in contact with Made, which is a company that makes custom seats for motorbikes that I've worked with over a couple of years. I've had 3 seats done there. So I put him in contact with Alistair, and he's made him a new seat for the new GSA 1250. So stay tuned and let's have a look at what he's done with it. Is this a good idea? No. Like that.
So welcome back. Here she is, the BMW GSA in all her glory. So this is a friend of mine's bike. He's just literally picked it up last week. It's brand spanking new. As I said, he didn't get on very well with the seat he had on his previous GSA. So I put him on to Alistair at Made, a very good company that I've used over the years. This is the 3rd seat he's done for me. It's a small company, but I think it's important to support such sort of small companies, especially when they do such good work. So this is what we've had done on this bike. So we've gone for this is the standard sort of ridgeback seat that the BMW GSA comes with anyway. It's a detachable front and rear seat, so it's a 2-piece seat. And what we've had done, we've had basically a recover of the entire seat, a reshape, and we've added ultimate inserts, which he calls them, which is basically a gel pad. So once the seat has been completely stripped down and reshaped, they cut out, or he cuts out a part of the foam within the seat and inserts a gel pad. Now it's a gel pad that doesn't sort of bottom out. Now over time, obviously when we ride a long time or a whole day's riding, if you do have just a standard seat, now the sponge does tend to bottom out, and then you start to feel sort of parts of the seat and it becomes very uncomfortable. So basically with the gel inserts, it doesn't bottom out, so it always keeps its shape so you can ride longer. That's the idea behind it. Now he's had a reshape on the rear seat, which has brought up the rear passenger seat slightly at the front, makes it a bit more comfortable for the passenger, but there's no ultimate insert or gel pad in the rear of the seat. Now you can basically design your seats yourself and decide what you want to have. If you ride alone and you only want to have your front seat sort of repolstered, reshaped, or a comfort insert put into the seat, it all depends on what you want to do. Obviously the cost is from and to, so the little that you have done on the seat is going to be cheaper. If you go all out and have comfort inserts on both front and rear because you ride with your wife, etc., you have a reshape, it's going to be a higher end of higher cost for the seat. Now sky's the limit on what you can do with it. Now you can look online yourself for inspiration to see what seats are out there, and you can send Alistair a few pictures and say, well, like part of this seat and part of that. He can basically make the seat how you want. Or you can say, I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, I'll leave it with you, just make me some nice seats, maybe give him a few tips on what colour you like it to be, etc. Or you can just say, look, here's a picture of my bike, do your worst, make me a nice seat, and Bob's your uncle. Now there's also an array of materials you can use on the top of this one. It's kind of like a suede top to it with some red and blue stitching. Obviously, as I said before, we've gone the BMW logo. I don't know if you can see it from there, and the R1250 GS. On the side, he's gone for a black carbon look effect, and then with the white trim underneath. Now these seats are waterproof. Basically under the cover of this is a waterproof membrane that gets added on top, so the seats are waterproof. So you've always got that comfort that your seat's going to stay dry if you're out in the rain. And you know, it depends on what fabrics you use. This suede fabric on top is probably absorbent, so it probably will retain a bit of water, but it's completely up to you. Now, I spoke over a couple of years, you know, a couple of different companies that have had seats that I've had done for me. I had my seat done last year by SW Motec. It's obviously a German-based company. So for you guys that are based in the UK, this is an ideal thing to do. Ideally, because you do have to send your original seat to Alistair, it's an ideal time to do it in winter, or if you know you've got a a break or some time off where you're not going to be riding the bike, you can ask Alistair for his sort of workflow and how long it's going to take the seat to turn around, because you do have to send the seat away. Now, you could also consider buying a second-hand seat, maybe off eBay, that's been damaged, maybe the fabric's knackered, and you can get it for cheap. Then you could send that to Alistair, and then you haven't got to worry about the turnaround or the time it's going to take him to make your seat. If you are somebody that rides all year round and you can't give him that time to send your original seat in, then you've got that option to buy a second-hand one. Now, if you have watched to the end and you really are considering, and you really are interested in having a custom seat done on your bike with Alistair, then he has offered a 10% discount for any of those that are watching this video and then get in contact with him to have a seat done. All you need to do is mention my name and then say where you saw the video, and he'll give you then a 10% discount on your seat. Now, if you are considering getting your seat done and you're genuinely interested in having some work done on your seat, then give Alistair a bell, and he can then advise you on how long the turnaround is going to be. Depends on his workflow. I know he does have a lot to do. He works on his own, and yeah, he does have a lot of seats to do, but you can ask Alistair how long it would take for your particular seat, and he'll advise you then on turnaround and how long it's going to take. So hopefully that has been of interest to you today, and I'll see you next time. Take care.